logistics purposes, you may want to allow user profiles within a server domain to be able to access other computers using something like a remote desktop feature. I'm going to show you how to set that up within this server virtual machine. The first thing you're going to do is click on Add Roles and Features from your Server Manager dashboard. You're going to click on Next, and now you're going to go on Remote Desktop Services Installation, because this is what we actually want to install. There are multiple ways that you can set this up, but the way we're going to do is a quick start. This essentially sets up all the features within just your server and your domain, or as a standard deployment will allow you to use it on multiple servers, multiple domains. We're only interested in setting it up on one. This is why a quick start is also called an all-in-one deployment. Now you may think because I'm setting this up on a virtual machine that I would use a virtual machine based desktop deployment, but I actually don't. I want to use a session based desktop deployment. The session based will work exactly as I intended to, where a user is able to access another computer in a remote desktop configuration within one singular session, whereas a virtual machine based desktop deployment will create virtual desktops for each separate virtual desktops for each session, and we actually don't want it to do that. So we're going to click on Next. Server selection will go on to the server we've already created, which is this one, our server. So we're going to click Next on that as well. So now, as you can see, it is prompting us to restart our computer in order to deploy the actual remote desktop configuration. So we're just going to click Restart the destination server automatically if required, and then deploy. This will take a little while. So I've just finished restarting my computer, and if I go into the server manager, you can see that the remote desktop services actually still have to be installed. So I'm going to get back to you once these are done. So now, as you can see, the remote desktop services are done installing, and it has a little link at the bottom that says connect to RD Web Access. And as you can see, it is the name of the server, the name of the domain, and then RD Web. And we're going to use this later on our client machine when we want to access the remote desktop services. But for now, we're just going to click Close. From there, we want to actually configure the remote desktop. And to explain this part, it's going to be my client Jai.
Okay, so after clicking close, you'll see that we have our desktop overview, and once you scroll down, you'll be able to see that there are some applications grayed out, which means they have already been installed. So the green ones are yet to be installed, which is RD Gateway and RD Licensing. So we don't need them for now. So don't forget that after 120 days, the license will need to be set up. So we go to the client machine and we see that we have the calculator with Paint and WordPad, and Paint, right? So now it's time to test our client, but due to some software recording errors, we're just going to show you in screenshots, but you should be able to get the gist of it. So here we have our login to our Windows Woven profile on our browser. Now we just copy the link from before with the RD Web, paste it inside the URL bar, and press enter. It will take you to a not secure page, but that's okay. Just scroll down and you'll see a continue with the link attached to it. Just click on that. Then it will take you to your domain, username and password. Just enter the username and password that you entered before, and it will take you straight to your work resources current folder, and you should be able to see the calculator, Paint, and do with Paint. That's all. Thanks for watching.